Hi everyone, Adam here, and I'm about to give my thoughts on episode 8 of The Last of Us. As always, Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey star. Guest starring in this episode is Scott Shepherd, Troy Baker, and Troy Baker, who some of you will know actually played Joel in the video game. This episode is When We Are in Need. So in this episode, with Joel still recovering from his wounds, Ellie finds out that the wound is infected. Ellie is out hunting for deer. She comes across David and James to try to make a deal with Ellie to get part of the deer that she had just hunted in exchange for some penicillin. So Ellie makes a deal with them. Well, James goes to get the penicillin. Ellie holds David at gunpoint, where we find out that before the outbreak he was a teacher, but now he's a preacher, where he's pretty much the head of a, as he calls them, a flock. So heading back to the still recovering Joel, she uses a penicillin to try to stop the infection. Soon, but we find out that one of the people from David's flock, Joel, has actually murdered. And David realizes the people that did that was a man and a young girl, obviously Joel and Ellie. So seeking vengeance, they track down to where Ellie and Joel are. Well, Ellie is captured. It's up to Joel to fend for himself in a weakened state. And this is where we see some of Joel's brutal interrogation techniques. If you played the game, you know what it's like. It's pretty much the same in this show. Actually, this one is probably faithful to the winter section of the game. After being captured by David and his men, we soon find out that he's been feeding his flock human meat. Basically, when Ellie escapes, we get a recreation of that part from the game where Ellie's in the steakhouse and David's following her. If you've played the game, that was probably one of the most intense parts of the game. Actually, there was a lot of intense parts in the game. And we also find out that David has some very uncomfortable intentions for Ellie. So, yeah, well, you've most likely seen this episode, or if you've played the game, you know Ellie makes it out in a very violent way. But at the end, Joel and Ellie reunite, with Ellie obviously traumatized, but Joel comforting her, which has come a long way from the first episode, or the early episodes, where he just saw her as cargo, but now is pretty much a surrogate daughter and wants to protect her. As for what I thought of this episode, it is very faithful to the winter section of The Last of Us. Of course, they've made some changes. We get to know a little bit more about David in the game. We thought he was there to help Ellie, but in the end, pretty much turns out to be a villain. And in this, we find out that David is pretty much from the get-go pretty evil. But I will say, Scott Shepherd, who played David, he gave a, I guess it's weird, his character's a horrible performance, but there's something charismatic about him. So like they gave Troy Baker a pretty decent role. Basically, he's obviously trying to, as James, I think he's just trying to take over David's position. And obviously he doesn't believe everything David says. Yeah, I mean, a lot of it has obviously been taken from the winter section, from the chat in the cabin between David and Ellie, and the whole, eating human meat, and David's intentions with Ellie. Well, one of the changes they made was basically Joel and Ellie reunite outside, whereas in the game, Joel pretty much rescues Ellie from inside the steakhouse. And once again, I thought Bella Ramsey did another good job. Basically, acting tough in some parts, and then towards the end, she's pretty much vulnerable and traumatized from what's happened. It'll be interesting to see how this series ends, and that's one thing I'm looking forward to. So another decent episode, maybe not the best. I'm not sure which is the best yet. So yeah, actually, yep. So second last episode, and so far I've enjoyed this series. It has been fairly faithful to the game, but also it's changed some things which I don't mind. I mean, I don't want an adaptation that's a carbon copy of the video game, but some of the changes I don't mind. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how the whole series finishes up with the final episode coming out. Alright, let us know, have you seen this episode? What did you think? Like, comment, subscribe. I'm Adam, and I'll see you again soon.